Hello, everybody. So, you guys remember Bret Michaels that I had just done? Well, Juliana posted one of you guys' scam baits, and whoever it was sent a photo of Squidward shouting whore, and I had to go find it and use it. So, I sent that to him after my thumbs up. And then I responded to his last comment of, yeah, it's crazy how some people measure everything by money and material things. But I've always believed the real value comes from following your heart, living with your passion, and staying true to your dreams, no matter what the world tells you. The system might be broken, but that doesn't mean we can't still rise above it, do what we love, and make our own path. Don't let the debt of the world stop you from living free and rocking your own way. So I responded to that with going to ChatGPT and telling ChatGPT to respond to it as though it were a crazy rock star fan. So this is what it gave me. Oh my God, yes, that is exactly it. Who cares about the money and all that material stuff when the real treasure is living with fire in your soul, man? It's like the world is trying to put chains on us, but we've got the power to break free and live loud. We've got this fire to do what we love, to scream our truth from the rooftops, and to live like every day is the biggest stage ever. You're talking about living a life of no regrets, no holding back, just full throttle passion. Yet, the system, the world's nonsense, it's not stopping us. We're out here making our own rules, shredding our own solos, and living life like the absolute rock stars we are. Keep that energy alive. Let's burn it up. Rock on. He responds, exactly, dear. How is your day going so far? So I asked ChatGPT to respond to that. And it says, exactly, dear. You get it. You totally get it. We're on the same wavelength, rocking to the same beat. This is the anthem of the true believers, the dream chasers, the ones who live for the thrill. Let's crank it up, turn life up to 11, and keep that fire blazing. Yeah. And then to my day, I asked ChatGPT to give me a story about a beaver stealing Chuck Norris's beard of power. And this is what it gave me. Oh man, you won't believe this. I was out just minding my own business, rocking it like usual, when out of nowhere, this crazy beaver jumps out and just chomps down on my ankle. I'm talking jaws of fury. Like it thought it was in a rock and roll showdown. But that wasn't even the wild part. This beaver didn't just stop there. It had the nerve to grab something way beyond this world. Chuck Norris's beard of power. And then he ghosted me. He saw it and didn't respond. So I came in to try to save the day. I said, we have a Chuck Norris statue with a beard of power on it. You'd be upset about this because you were here when it was dedicated. And I said, fucking beaver stole it. We hate beavers around these parts. AKA women. That's your term, Bret. You're the one who started calling women beavers. He responds with ChatGPT. Ha ha, wow, that's one wild tale. I can't believe that beaver went full-on beast mode like that, especially snatching Chuck Norris's beard of power. Now that's just straight up unforgivable. So, I had ChatGPT respond to that like a crazy rock and roll fan. Right? That beaver went full rock star rogue, man. I mean, I was ready for a little wilderness action, but I never expected it to throw down like that, snatching Chuck Norris's beard of power. Like, that's just breaking all the laws of nature. It's a crime against legends, man. Totally unforgivable. That beard is like the holy grail of pure strength and untamed spirit. I'll be on the lookout for that furry little thief till the end of time. Nobody, and I mean nobody, messes with Chuck Norris's power stash and just gets away with it. Rock just got real. So then because I thought he might have been looking. So I typed totally really slow to make it look like I had typed all that. And then he didn't say anything yet again. So I asked ChatGPT to rewrite the song Get Low, to the windows, to the wall, as though it was written by Pliny the Younger, ancient Roman person. It is rewritten as, Dearest Bret, It is with great wonder that I recount a certain recent gathering wherein the spirits of mirth and drink did inflame the hearts of the youth. The revelers, in their enthusiasm, did participate in a most vigorous and relentless display of bodily exertion. From the highest point of the hall, where the light did shine upon their faces, down to the very stone floors beneath their feet, they did move with abandon, as though driven by forces beyond their understanding. The air was thick with the sounds of music and laughter, and amidst this, one can hardly describe the fervor with which they danced. With the windows wide open, allowing the breeze to enter, the revelers did sway and bend in time with the music, their limbs in constant motion. Their garments, though fitting and light, could scarce withstand the exertion of their bodies as sweat poured forth, not merely from the brows, but, excuse me, I just ate a little bit ago, but from every part of their beings. See, one might have exclaimed, how the sweat drips down as though the very spirit of Dionysus hath possessed them. It was not merely the heat of the room that caused this, but rather the fierce energy that animated each soul. In truth, dear Bret, the spectacle was both a marvel and a reminder of the passions that reside within all men, whether they are noble or common. As the music continued, its powerful rhythm, the revelers did not cease from their exertions, neither from fatigue nor shame. The very walls seemed to echo their enthusiasm, and one might even say that the windows themselves trembled from the force of their movements. Thus we see how the human spirit can rise and fall, bend and twist, driven by such primal impulses that not even the grandeur of the finest villa can escape their sway. He, I guess, completely ignores that. I was impressed by it, because I guess the only writings we have of Pliny the Younger are like letters. He says, "Can I ask you something?" So I said, "I'm going to be a pain in the ass." "I don't know. Can you? You seem perfectly capable of forming questions." "I think you mean, may I?" He says, "Yes." I said, "Okay, sure, shoot. What? Make it a good one. Your question better sizzle the fuses of the brain to where they almost blow. B." I accidentally hit B. He says, "Hey, I really enjoy talking to you. I've been thinking, I'd love to get to know you better and be friends. What do you think? Question mark, period." So I said, "Man, Bret, you just shit in my tongatsu with how bad your English and grammar slipped there. Like, punctuation isn't your thing, is it?" And to his, quote, question, I said, "We're already doing that. What's your point?" He said, "In as much as you get my message, I'm okay with that. You said we aren't friends yet a few days ago." I said, "We aren't. We're working on that. You don't become friends overnight." He said, "So I wanted to know if we are now." So I said, "No, I barely know you. You've said nothing really substantial about yourself except ha-ha and rock and roll. Why do we need to be friends? What is so important that you require my friendship? Surely you have friends. I know you were universally hated after your incident with that man and the gerbil in the public restroom, but I thought most everyone had forgiven you." I said, "Me, a big nobody from Saturn Valley, boing." And then he says, "You never asked," meaning you never asked about me. And then he says, on why do we need to be friends, "Are you not interested? Why do I have to be the one to require your friendship?" So I respond to that, "You keep asking." And he says, "Are you not interested?" I say, "If it happens, it happens. If not, oh well, no skin off my ass. Tell me about your new car. At least send a picture of it. I'll show you mine." He says, "New car?" I said, "I read that you bought a new car. I'd like to see it. I swear, Bret, if I have to look up the car myself, I'll be a little annoyed, because I had a plan here, but I had to do it myself, because he kept ghosting me." So I said, "Well, this car could be systematic, hydromatic, ultramatic. Why, it could be greased lightning. I looked it up myself. How do you expect to be friends if you can't even send a photo of your car? Walk outside and take a photo." And I said, "We could seriously make this car cool. Tell you what we'll do. We'll get some overhead lifters and then some 4-barrel quads. Oh, yeah. Fuel injection cutoff and chrome-plated rods. Oh, yeah. With the 4-speed on the floor, they'll be waiting at the door. You know, it ain't no shit. You'll be getting lots of tit." Winky face. So then I said, John Travolta, dancing from Greased Lightning. And once again, he saw it and didn't say a damn thing. So he was kind of pissing me off with it. So I said, Bret, 525,600 minutes, 525,600 moments so dear, 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year? Then I snidely remarked, he wants to be friends, but checks out in the middle of a conversation. Here, how about love? Measure in love, seasons of love, which had to do that song in high school, part of our after 9/11 spring concert. And I said, okay, well, I will go ahead and answer your question. I'm not friends with people who leave me on red, because I've been left on red multiple times, like for long periods of time. He says, you are being funny right now. I said, there goes that English again. You clearly don't know the manners of good society. You sockdologizing old man trap. You don't leave people on red. If you have to do something that will require you being away, you say something. And don't look at any new messages. Ugh, vomit emoji. He said, I said this earlier and I'm still repeating it. You don't have to worry about the English in as much as you understand what I'm saying. It's okay. And by the way, I didn't mean to leave you on red. I'm back now, dear. I'm definitely not going to repeat that. So I just said, uh-huh. He said, yeah. And then to that, and by the way, I didn't mean to leave you on red. I respond, I think, with ChatGPT as a Pliny the Younger once again. Or no, it was Pliny the Elder I picked. It is a most curious thing, this concept of, quote, leaving on red, a practice most foreign to my own time, where written missives are sent and received with due consideration. Yet I find no offense in your absence. Indeed, the natural course of things doth lead us through moments of delay. Let it be known that such transgress, or it could have been Shakespeare. I don't remember. He says, okay, dear. I said, for real, you say nothing of you. How do you expect to be friends? I don't see this happening. We clearly have nothing in common. Perhaps it's best we part ways. He says, you say nothing of you either, and do you really want us to part ways? I said, I've answered your questions. Read back the chat. And I think that angry thing might be from me. I think I had fat fingers going up through it. He says, just for clarification. And then I said, it's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you have the time of your life. He says, if that's what you want. If you're ready to part ways, I respect that. But if you're willing to give it a shot, I'm here to talk and really connect. I said, goodbye, quote, Bret, XD. And then immediately I went, actually, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but maybe it's time to change. Leave it all behind. I've never been one to walk alone, which is, I think, the Sick Puppies and their song Maybe. And then I responded once again with ChatGPT. Oh, hell yeah. If you're ready to kick down doors and smash through walls, I'm all in, baby. No backing down, no slowing down. Let's turn this thing into a full-blown rock anthem. But if you want to peace out, I respect that too. No hard feelings. Just know I'm here. The stage is wide open, and this could be one wild ride. Let's light it up if you're down. And then he says, Alai. And then sometimes you got to take a step back and figure things out. Leave some things behind to find your path. We all go through those moments where we need to make a change. If you're up for it, I'm here, ready to see where this ride goes. So, I mean, he obviously knows something's off here. So I responded to his alai. I said, is your diabetes acting up? The fuck does that even mean? And because he didn't say anything once again. Oh, no, I didn't get there yet. I responded to his, sometimes you got to take a step back. I said, yeah, baby, I feel you. It's like ripping through a crazy solo. Sometimes you got to hit that pause. Take a breath and figure out the next big move. Life's a wild tour full of ups and downs, but those changes, that's the stuff that makes legends, man. So if you're ready to flip the script and ride this wave, I'm here for it. Let's crank the volume, break some rules, and see where the journey takes us. And responding to Alai, he had seen everything. I said, I looked this up because once again, you ghosted. Reddit says it's scammer speak. You weren't Bret the entire time? 4 question marks. I've been had. He sees it, doesn't say anything. I said, you want a gift card, little girl? He responds finally. That was definitely a mistake, and I was actually doing something else and must have mistaken held on keyboard for long. Yeah, whatever that means. And then I asked, what was a mistake? He then says that when I said I look this up because once again you ghosted. I'm really disappointed with these words. And then to my question of what was a mistake, he says, I just explained. No, you really didn't. I said, oh, you mean you didn't mean to blow your scam with a la yi yi. Well, sorry, ma'am, it's blown. He says, what does that even mean? I said, I don't know. You tell me what a la yi yi means. I don't speak Yoruba or whatever. He says, Yoruba? Which country speaks that? I respond to Yoruba. Oh, I see. This is the part of the scam where you play dumb. I really don't understand what you're saying, he says. And then to that, I said the answer is apparently yes. This is where I play dumb. Like I don't know, in hopes it'll all go away. And they forget that I outed myself and I'm a scammer. Like I can convince them by playing dumb. He says, it's okay if you don't trust me. You just gave me the best reason why you don't want us to be friends. I said, well, yeah, it's because you're not really Bret. And you're an idiot if you thought I actually believe you. I'm not friends with liars and lazy thieves. It's more honest if you rob someone on the street. He says that's your problem. So I sent Bret Michaels saying where he doesn't have any other accounts. And I said, it's not a problem to not be friends with lying lazy thieves. Sounds more like it's your problem. No money for you. And that was it. That was the rest of Bret Michaels. So I'm also that Johnny Depp that told Juliana that he would never do it again. He's gonna stop. I'm actually talking to him right now, and he's still pretending to be Johnny Depp. So it's gonna be fun. Anyways, that's it for this one. Might have a few more in the next couple of days. So thank you for watching.